What's up, y'all? Welcome to an exciting episode of Burgers and Boxing via the J. Roos theory. Might say, where's your burger? Right here. One of the best burgers I've had. I really like Applebee's burgers. I even Googled what kind of meat they use, but it's from a place called Rodney Scott's. And yeah, might not think it goes together, but it really does. Mac and cheese. Tastes like homemade in a burger. Got my juice right there. And I want to talk about more boxing. I was watching more of the press conference of Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Jake Paul was saying that he got humbled. That was my exact words before the fight. Um, Seems like Jake Paul's into some weird rituals and stuff like that. And Tommy Fury and his family are followers of the way, which y'all might call Christians. And every time that little battle happens, followers of the way win. And I said this might be a spiritual battle, and I believe that's what it was. So, like I said, Mike Tyson got humbled, Deontay Wilder got humbled, and now I add Jake Paul to that list. But looks like these people didn't give me a fork. So hold up, I'm gonna get me a fork and be right back. Right back at you. Got a spoon instead. Anyway, add Jake Paul to the list of fighters who've been humbled by followers of the way. I should tell you something. But I saw Deontay Wilder walking out of the fight, and he's kind of like David Hayes. Seems like he's just against the Furies. He was talking about that he thought Jake Paul won the fight. He said the referee was kind of suspect, and referee. I saw some of Showbiz the Adult, and he was saying how Jake Paul was holding, but the ref kept warning Tommy Fury. So I'm not sure what Deontay is talking about. I saw highlights of the fight, and Jake seemed like he was doing a pretty good job with countering with the I believe it was a left hook. He was catching Tommy with that. Um, um, oh man, I love mac and cheese where the cheese is like kind of crunchy on the outside. I don't like when it's all runny and liquidy. I like the mac and cheese from the hood. But anyway, I'm not sure what Deontay Wilder's talking about. Seems like he's still salty at the Furies, even though I saw him walking in to the building and Tyson Fury's over there and he bomb squad, and then they hugged and embraced and they seem cool, but forgiveness starts here. So I guess Deontay hasn't forgiven Tyson Fury for that mopping he gave him. But still don't want to see a fourth fight. I ain't trying to see that. So looks like Tommy Fury went back to the UK with the belt that they made, I believe, specifically for this fight. I think he might be ranked now. When I saw the fight, they seemed kind of evenly matched from what I saw, but it seemed like that goes back to my video I made about muscles in boxing. People are saying you burn out with muscles. Who had the most energy, Tommy Fury or Jake Paul? Jake Paul was the one holding and looked like gasping for air most of the time, not the guy with the muscles. So, some of this scientific stuff you got to throw out the window and just do the eye test and common sense. Muscles are, something that's good. When you look at horses, they're heavily muscled. Do you see them winded and tired? Cran watermelon with some aloe. So not punch, even though I drink punch, but you know, they're kind of evenly matched. I think if Tommy tightens up his defense, then that's when he'll step it up. I think Tommy has it in him to be a great fighter. You know, a lot of people saw it as a blowout, and then the people that are kind of rooting for Jake Paul think Jake Paul got robbed, or they think that it was a lot closer than what it was. And that knockdown wasn't really a knockdown. I mean, it was, but it was more of a balanced shot. Tommy wasn't slightly hurt, but if they have a rematch, I think Tommy Fury might stop him because now he knows what to expect, and Jake Paul knows what to expect too. You know, I like Jake Paul's jab in this fight though. He seemed to improve his jab, but he's got to tighten up his defense, and his cardio was like way subpar. And it's like Showbiz was saying when Jake was coming to the ring, you know, bouncing and stuff, conserve your energy. That's not going to win you the fight, jumping, you know, hopping your way into the ring. But let's talk some boxing while I eat this delicious burger. Episode 1, y'all. Burgers and boxing. Not a big onion fan unless they're cooked, so I'm going to remove those. Pretty good sized burger. You know, I'm a heavyweight. Sorry. 1 second. All right, back at you. All right, but looks like Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis are going to be fighting. I know it's not good to talk with food in your mouth, but I'm gonna keep it G. I've been getting so many predictions right lately that this is my victory burger, kind of like the Chargers. I still call them the San Diego Chargers, have what they call victory brisket they eat after a victory. This is my victory burger. But I think Tank Davis is just too tough for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, fast, strong, defense not the best. Kind of leaves his face open a lot, kind of like Tommy Fury. Tank's definitely not going to take him lightly though. But I saw an old clip where Oscar De La Hoya was even saying, this is way back, that Ryan Garcia wasn't ready for Tank Davis. Sorry if you hear any wind. It's I just like to keep the window open. I don't like being hot. The AC goes on and off. So I think Tank Davis is just too strong. I don't know how credible those punching meters are like you saw in Rocky 4. Whatever he heats, he destroys. But I believe he got like 900 on it, Tank Davis, when he hit it. Ain't that something like what Deontay Wilder got? So that means this dude is hitting like a heavyweight. Even if they're not that accurate, he got the same thing as Deontay, unless it was a different machine and they judge blows differently. But who do you think's gonna win that fight between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis? I think if Tank hits Ryan with an uppercut, I think it's lights out. But he can't get careless because either guy can get hurt. I just think Tank is just kind of like them old school fighters from the 90s. Not really old school, but kind of old school. I think he's just kind of tough, you know. He's got that look in his eye, and I want to see that fight. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, let me know who you think's gonna win that fight and why. And still don't know who Fury's fight next. Like I said, I don't want to see Wilder Fury 4. I just want to see the top guys mix it up. Looks like Wilder's not with the PBC anymore and Ruiz is, so I don't think that fight's happening anymore. Maybe Wilder and Joshua will eventually get in the ring should Joshua get past Franklin, which I think he will, but I think it'll be probably Joshua's toughest fight since the first Andy Ruiz match. Fighters as tall as Joshua seem to have problems with guys at that height level. It seems to be like their right hand is right at their chin level because they're so tall. So being short isn't always a disadvantage, especially like when you have the longer reach. I remember going way back when Lennox Lewis fought Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer's listed at 6'1", 6'2", and yet he had the longer reach than Lennox Lewis. So when they fought, he was out jabbing him. At least for a while, he was. Lewis won on split decision, but that was one of Lewis's toughest fights. So being shorter isn't always a disadvantage. It's all about reach, and like I said, not wingspan. Not when they measure your whole back, because that gives a false impression. Armpit to fist is your true reach, not your wingspan. So a lot of fighters probably go into the ring thinking, I'm the shorter guy, he's got the longer reach, when actually they're measuring his back. If you got a broad back, you're going to have a longer reach. So they got to stop doing that. Boxing has a lot of traditions that they got to get away from. Just like running like 5 miles in marathons. I mean, smart fighters now, they just kind of do sprints and, run. It's more speed burst stop, like a real fight. Speed burst stop, not just one continual steady pace. You're not just keeping a steady pace in boxing. You're speed stop, move around. It's all kind of different speeds. But yeah, looking forward to Joshua Franklin. That's my main thing, is the heavyweights. I talk about other divisions, especially when the sport is slow. But my main thing, heavyweight boxing. I know my heavyweights. Shout out to Mr. Boxing Today too. He knows his heavyweights too, real good, and he knows the up and comers. Hold on, drink break. I use a straw, try to keep the grill white. I ain't trying to have teeth that look like I dipped them in butter. But Anthony Joshua's over in Texas right now. I believe Houston, training with Derrick James. Derrick James is an interesting guy. He seems like he really doesn't even like boxing. He says he doesn't even watch it. I think he's only seen like 3 of Anthony Joshua's fights. And I'm pretty sure he does film study for his fighter, but I guess he's just not much of a fan of the sport. I think he was saying, like, when you spend so much time in the gym, it's kind of hard to go home and watch more boxing, I guess. But I love boxing. I can go to the gym all day and watch it. I just love the sport. I love to train. I love watching training, all of it. I love the blood, sweat, and tears of it, But Derrick James seems like a quiet, confident type, and I think that's what Joshua needs, especially if fights get, kind of sticky. He can calm him down with his calmness. You kind of feed off your corner sometimes. If your corner's hyped up, you're going to get hyped up. They panic, you're going to panic. If they calm you down, you're going to calm down. I had a trainer, and he was real good at, like, if he wanted me to go out and just keep jabbing, I would do it, and he would keep me very calm. And there's a time to rev your fighter up, and there's a time to keep him calm, and I think Derrick James is a good fit. We'll, of course, find out. I believe the first of the 4th month. I don't know how there's vegetarians in the world. I don't know how y'all do that. Grass-fed red meat is really good for you. Look up the carnivore diet. It's really good for you. Vegetarian diet, not so much. You guys think you're eating healthy, and most of these crops are sprayed with pesticides and all kind of stuff anyway. And everything that you see when it says natural and organic, you can't believe the labels. Anyway, you guys have any further thoughts from the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight? You got any thoughts on who Tyson Fury should fight? Do you think him and Wilder should have a 4th fight? I hope not. What you guys think about Garcia versus Tank Davis? Devin Haney. I've already said I'm not watching any more Devin Haney fights. I see more action watching grass grow than watching the Devin Haney fight. He just doesn't interest me. You know, I'm not trying to insult the guy, but he's just got to step up his attack. You know, I ain't trying to watch a 12-round sparring session, you know, especially without head, you know. Well, I guess it's good they don't have headgear. It would really be boring. But I don't want to see Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Nah, not at all. And I think Lomachenko will win that anyway. Anyway, this has been Burgerz and Boxing. Sorry if I was smacking in you guys' ear. Y'all my people, right? So if you can't eat in front of your people, who can you eat in front of? But I guess I'm gonna finish the rest of this burger off camera. And thanks for watching. LSR forever the reason I do this. I'm forgetting anything? No, except be fearless. Yay, yay. Oh, let me get in one more bite for y'all. Mm. Ah. Actually, that was 2 bites, wasn't it? Sorry for the gratuitous chewing. Peace.